Okay, I'm making slides right now. I'm sliding it right now. Yo, what's up, everybody? Hello, hello. How's it going? Zebra, thank you for the raid. There's something super funny in the chat right now. Zebra, thank you for the raid. What's up to Sizz? Let me make sure my shit's all facing the right way. Sizz, Will, Rinslet, Pixie, Idiotness, Tamal, Zabrag, and Naf. Yes, if you've ever heard us say Bones and Friends, Bones and Friends is Golden Sun. Bones and Friends, we did not play Golden Sun on this channel. I never did a stream playthrough of any game called that, but I did play a game, like, I don't know, like, what was it, about a little over a year ago? A little over a year ago, I played a little game called Bones and Friends. It was a fun time for us. We got an alert out of it. Kingo. Did I say hi to Kingo? Kingo. Hello. This song sucks compared to the She Singer. This song is wonder. You guys, this is the Valley of... What is it? The Valley of Hope in this game? Valley of Repose. From Pikmin 2. And I'm learning that this upload of the song has all of the different like all of the different like dynamic variations on the song. Which I thought it was just an extended version when I started playing it, but I came back and it was like this, and I'm kind of vibing with it. I'm kind of vibing with it now. Will, thank you for the 65 stream streak. Comb, what's up? Well, yeah, it's true. We almost played Golden Sun. We actually, in fact, split the timeline. Anyway, you know, am I gonna say that, look, when did Pikmin 2 come out? 2004? Am I gonna say that it doesn't make Nier Replicant more special? It's not the only game with a dynamic soundtrack. I'm not trying to take it away from little bro. I'm just saying that there's a spectrum here. If it's the first game you've ever played that had a soundtrack like that, then maybe. Which I know it's not for Will. Pikmin 2, come on! Pikmin 2! Guys, welcome to Dark Souls 2. A game that's just a little bit harder than Pikmin. Did you know that we have never once repeated a franchise on the Cozy... I don't remember how long it's been, but on the Cozy song intro, this is how you know he's the GOAT. On the Cozy song intro, all of which have been cozy, peaceful songs, by the way. We have done this like 20 weeks in a row or something. That's not true. We've done it like 15 weeks in a row, and I have never repeated a franchise, and I never will. But maybe we will someday. Guys, welcome. Dark Souls 2. K-Man. Ow. And Tamal, how's it going? Never repeated a franchise. You can look back through the playlist. Not a one repeated. What was I just gonna say? We're in the DLC. This is the second, Exactly, Zebra. I'm not... Listen, it's a spectrum. There's all types. Every game is someone's first game. I'm just saying. But, you know. Guys, Jesus Christ. I've grown, but not on Friday. If you don't know, if you're just watching this now, Zebra just got done streaming his first session of Nier Replicant. That game seems pretty cool. I was doing a joke that like I was trying to go into it hating on it for no reason like Sizz. But I don't think I can hate like Sizz. I can't choose to just turn away from the cool things that are in front of me like Sizz can. If there's something cool in the game, then it's cool. I don't know, but that game sucks. Alright, but you know what other game sucks? Pokemon TCG Pocket. Let's rip a pull, boy. I got a trade in progress, apparently, and I didn't even know. It's a trade from Rinslet. Oh, for the Quillfish full art. And I don't have anything that Rinslet needs. Rinslet, who trades me all the time, and she needs these same 3 full art cards that I will just never have. I wish I did have duplicates of them, but I just never do. I'm gonna have to handle that later. Let's rip it back. Oh, and I got a share. Shaman. We're all out. The etiquette has been blown. We're all out here sharing Deluxe Pack EX cards. I've been sharing them to people. People have started sharing them to me. It's been, oh fuck, I clicked the wrong thing. I didn't get to thanks. Rinslet, I'm sorry. No, I've been sharing them. I've been welcoming, receiving them. It's just the way that the spot the game is in right now. If you play the game all the time, you're at the point where you're doing that. IMO. No, it's so hard to click. It's so. here's the problem is. It's so fucking hard to remember that, like, if I click anywhere on the screen that's not the little thanks button, it takes me out of the thanks. There's a little X that you're supposed to click, but also if you just click the screen anywhere, then it doesn't let you do it. Alright, let's pull a pack. You guys, everybody's sick of the new set? Crimson Blaze. There's not a new one till the end of the month, but Ranked is coming back next week at least, so that'll be fun. I don't have anything cool off of this set either. Oh, we got something though. Kondo Shake, hold on, I heard a noise. The only thing that I have that's cool off of these set is like the full art shiny EXs. I have like both the guys from Gen 6. I have Guzzlord. I pulled Buzzwole today. I have like all of those. Alright, but in this pack we got Magnezone, Lopunny, Houndoom, Spritzy, Houndoom, and that means it's another shiny. Let's find out who it is. It was shiny Oddish and Moa. Oddish is cute. It's green. Did you know? Shiny Oddish is just a little green guy. I guess I do have the green growth, or the gold growth extract. And I got the dick. Guys, let's dick on into this game. I'm excited. Let me turn my fire off too. Let me stomp out the flames. And not accidentally burn my sister's eyes out. Oh my god, the game is too loud on my end. Hold on. Pixel, I'll trade you for shiny Red Gyarados. Perfect. Wehehehe. Okay. Guys, Dark Souls 2. We're back. Jarouge and Snack are back in the clack. And we're doing the DLC. We're running the Scoprigabon dual axis build. I seem to have a decent amount of souls right now on me. But I think that's because I, like, hubris popped, like, some crazy consumable last week. But it's all good. This week we're going right back into Shulva, the Sanctum City. They call it that because of the sanctity. Last time I think we made it to this, the Tower of Prayer. And as I recall, we explored most of this area. like up here. But there's like a whole fucking that to go into. We found out last week, you guys, that this is the Poison DLC. Sis was telling me, like, he was like, oh, all the DLCs have like an elemental theme. See if you can figure out what this one was. Is like there are now mobile poison turrets and fucking poison bugs and shit. And I was like, I don't know, is it poison? And Sis was like, and I was like, oh, cool. That sounds so fun. That sounds so fun for us. Look, I'm already getting poisoned. So, you know, is there potential today for a poison temple swamp in a game that already had, like, a poison temple castle? I suppose anything's possible. But otherwise, we're chilling. We're doing good. This game runs well. I'm starting a replay of Dark Souls, or of Bloodborne tomorrow. And this game runs well and has a smooth frame rate and feels good and runs good. And tomorrow I'm starting a playthrough of Bloodborne. I'm going to be just like Giroux just double fisting these axes. I'm about to be double fisting FromSoft games, you guys. I am extremely excited about it. Let's segue right into our first topic of the week. This came from Rinslet and myself. We decided that in 2026, I don't even remember what we were doing. I think I was playing this. Maybe she had come off the Elden Ring playthrough. I don't know. Rinslet's been like on Elden Ring for like a while. But I think we were both like, I kind of want to play Bloodborne. So we decided we want to do a Bloodborne replay. Again, this was much earlier in 2025, which it is no longer. It used to be 2025. It's now 2026. This is the first stream of the year. But we had this idea to do this Bloodborne replay. The fuck was that? Oh no, there's not a dragon. We saw this guy last week. I guess I assumed he maybe had flown into the temple. But it seems he's just lurking about. But anyway, we both had the bug like some time ago. And then we didn't do anything about it. And then recently I think we were both just like, wait, let's do it soon. And originally I was like, all right, but I got to finish Dark Souls 2 before we do it. I can't be juggling these two fucking FromSoft games back to back at the same time. And lo and behold, look at me. Here I am about to be fucking doing it anyway. Because we're starting that game on tomorrow. Zebra's going to play it also. Sis is going to play it. Replay it. Zebra hasn't played it. I also know that Zebra, it has been a long time coming, because I remember him saying he wanted to play it when he finished playing Elden Ring also, I think. This is scary. And some other people are joining in on it too. Tamal is joining in on it. I'm looking forward to that, you guys. I made my character. She's raw. This is my first female playable character I'm doing on one of these games. The first time I have not made a beetle. Even though one could argue Girouge is not a beetle. He is in spirit. The first time I've ever played a beetle, a non-beetle, I made a girl character. She's a muscle mommy pirate. And I'm going to use the Logarius's wheel weapon. I'm excited for it. And she has a scarred eye. What is this? Look, you're telling me this... Look. Okay, look, listen. Get that near shit out of... Get that near shit out of here. I know they're still fucking packing up. That was the fucking opener, okay? It's time. The main act has begun. It's time for Girouge. It's time for Dark Souls. I'm gonna teach you guys who the real Shisinga was. Even though this game came out after... This game came out after Deer. I mean, it didn't come out after the Nier Replicant, but if the music's the same, it came out after real Nier, the first Nier. I remember watching the Yahtzee Croshaw Zero Punctuation on Nier when it came out. And I think he, like, kind of liked it. I don't think he gave it a good review, but I think he kind of liked it. That was my favorite thing, That was my favorite type of zero punctuation video. Zero punctuation, who I loved back in the day. I've always said that I think he taught me to not get my feelings hurt about other people's opinions. And he also taught me to be mean about opinions. I loved zero punctuation back in the day. He's one of my favorite reviewers. And I always liked it when you could, like, he would just complain and grouse and be negative the whole fucking way through the review. And then at the end, you'd get the feeling that he kind of liked it. At the end, I'd be like, I got to a point watching his content where I would understand, like, the points in his, like, arguments that I could tell were, like, for funny, and then the points that were for, like, you know, that were genuine points. I think he was a much more reasonable reviewer than people kind of... I was going to say, you're alive, aren't you? I think he was a much more reasonable reviewer than people gave him credit for. The acerbic, kind of standoffish, like, hates everything persona was just part of his persona. Oh, I bet I gotta kill the corpses. I bet these guys are tied to their corpse. This is raw. Hold on. I don't watch him anymore, but I used to like him back in the day. He taught me not to get my feelings hurt. I mean, did I get my feelings hurt over game reviews after I watched Zero Punctuation? Definitely. You know, everyone's human, but I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's never happened to me ever. It just doesn't happen to me as often. Alright, we got these two guys. This is kind of cool. This is like a fairly cool idea. This guy. I'm smacking him this time. Okay, this actually sucks. Hold on. I want to heal again. Did I say hi to Isaac and Combe? The purple people? Isaac Combe? What's going on? I'm positive I said hi to one of you guys. I don't think I said hi to Isaac. Hi, guys. Welcome to the first stream of the year. How's everybody's new year? What did you do? Yeah, we did that shit. I didn't do too much. On, I guess, New Year's Eve was Wednesday. I hung out with these guys in here. Over your question? This guy. New Year's Eve, I hung out with the homies. We played some Mario Kart 8. And by that I mean Mario Kart World. One of you a mimic? And then we watched Goku versus Cell. We somehow randomly wound up on this New Year's Eve tradition where usually it's past New Year's Eve, where we watch a fight from either Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z. It started with Yamcha and Tien, and then we watched. I don't remember what we watched next. We've watched Yamcha versus Tien. We've watched Goku versus Tien. We watched Trunks versus what was the, we watched Speed for Power. Did we watch another one? Trunks versus Cell. Goku versus Cell is what we watched this year. I don't know. Usually it's just organized. I show up whenever there's anything Dragon Ball. I always show up. Which Goku versus Tien? The first one. You weren't Combe? I swear you were there. Anyway, it's always fun. For some reason, we've only stuck to fights that include Tien or fights that include Cell. What the fuck was that I just got? I got 50 of something. But I know that's always a fun time. We did that, and then most importantly, I procured myself some Miller High Lifes. I decided a couple years ago. This is like 2 years ago, I think. I think this is going into 2023. I drank like a ton of Miller High Lifes, on New Year's Eve. Oh, it was these maybe? Destructive Great Arrow. I think it was these. I think these are for. I don't think these are for like great bows. I think probably. I don't think we can shoot those. we can shoot all these. We're using a bow in this DLC because it seems like it's useful here. So I've got this kind of little cope bow we're kind of messing with. Kind of fucking with it. Not really, but, you know. Anyway, a couple years ago, I bought some Miller High Lifes because, I don't know, I like Miller High Life sometimes. And I drank a bunch of them on New Year's Eve, and I got sick the next day. I was hungover, and famously, we called that Miller High year. This year, I was like, you know what? I'm feeling for like a little feeling like I want a little hair of the dog. I might need to get back on Miller High year. And then I goaded Will into also doing it with me. But this year, I've grown as I keep trying to tell you guys that that shit falls on deaf ears, but it's true. I've grown, and I did not get hungover on Miller High year. Oh, fuck you. What it had like 17 arrows in there? That one arrow was worth 50 arrows? I had 6 Miller High Lifes. Now, I'm not endorsing drinking that many of any kind of alcoholic beverage, but I had 6 Miller High Lifes. And I was not even hungover even a little bit in the morning. Because, 1, I had 2 cups of water with each Miller High Life. I drank 2 cups of water per 1 beer. So I was pissing all evening. I was pissing loud. And also I had Rinslet be my pee confidant. Because whenever I'm drunk, I always gauge my level of like, are you good, dude? Ness on whether or not one's pee is clear. So sometimes if you really don't want to get hungover, assign a pee confidant to help you stay on target. And it worked. Because I didn't get hungover. I woke up at like 7 or 8 a.m. and I felt kind of weird. And I was like, let me just like put on a YouTube video and go back to bed, and I bet it'll pass. And then it did pass. I woke up around like noonish. I felt good. So I don't know. That was that. The fuck is this? Oh my god. I don't know. What if the fucking chest has a crossbow? What does the confidant do? Well, they don't really do anything, but they just kind of keep you on, it was to keep me focused. Make sure I didn't forget. I didn't like stop drinking water and forget. And I don't know. It's kind of like that. Sometimes you need a urine confidant. I think that's the other way around. But yeah, I didn't stay up super late. I went to bed around 2:30. And I woke up early and I was like, ugh. But then I went back to bed and then I woke up again and I was like, I was like glowing. My skin was a rosy hue. I was like, oh my, I feel stupendous. I was not sick at all. And then on New Year's Day, I went and hung with my parents for a little bit. I otherwise didn't really do anything else, but I went over there a little in the evening. We ate black-eyed peas and collard greens, which is, a common New Year's fare, or New Year's Day fare, but it's what we always eat at my house, and some ham and some mac and cheese. And I took some home too, and it was good. I had it today too, and I got some tomorrow too. And I like collard greens, but I don't know how to make them, so I only eat them usually if my mom cooks them for New Year's. Or if I like go for soul food or something, which is rarely. And that was it. That was my holiday. But I hope everybody else's was good. If you tried to learn how to make them, you'd be like, I don't make them. Yeah, well, exactly. 1, exactly, Pixel, and 2, they seem hard to make. Are they? Does anybody know how to make collards? They seem scary. What's the most rancid song you would whip out at karaoke? It would depend on what was on the list. What's everyone's go-to karaoke song? Mine is Stand By Me. You might say, like, all right, Snack, fucking pick a song literally everybody knows, but think about it. Stand By Me is like a perfect karaoke song, and I have killed with it multiple times. I have killed with it multiple times. I literally became friends with all of my coworkers once because of a Stand By Me. Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that, Cove. What's your most rancid karaoke song? Well, Pixel and I screamed Mezase Pokemon Master into a microphone recently, so maybe that. That wasn't rancid though. That was peak. How the fuck do I get up there? Maybe I can rotate this more. Bring the top part around. Yeah, we can. Drunk Zebra is a motherly figure to the zebra of the future. I'm a pretty notorious hangover haver. I don't have a very good track record at not being hungover. It happens to me a lot. I'm not sure what it is. I think I get dehydrated easily. And I definitely, like, don't take care of myself sometimes. I also drink, like, and this isn't anymore. Like, I don't really drink very much anymore at all. But back in the day when I would... Could you hear that? Did you hear me say she just there? Back in the day when I would get drunk a lot, I think my problem was drinking too much and drinking way too fast. I never was like a huge pre-gamer. Or like if I was, I would like crush that shit. And then like when you, if you like, I feel like if you overload your system like that, then it's not a good recipe for not being hungover. Sucking on too much dick, Kyle. Got his ass. Yes, literally, Sis, when I found that fucking... Okay, there's something scuttling in here to kill me. I hear it. Who is going to come out and get me? Sis, literally when I found that, I was like, oh, this is what I keep thinking is gonna, I keep thinking I'm gonna get this on Jarouge. Back like a couple months ago when I found that on Hollow Knight. Okay, well this sucks. I guess I probably could have jumped this. I couldn't really see it though. We are absolutely in like a Dark Souls fucking dungeon. Try ranged battle. Snack a skitter. Alright, these are definitely like spikes to kill me. Looks like I can just kind of walk around it though. I wonder like how much I will be stun locked if I step on them. Let's try it. Oh no. What was that? I want that item. I want the soul of a little paper boy. Says, had you found that area before now? Because I also did not find that area until way, way late in the game. Like, probably around the part where you are. Guys, Hollow Knight, Silksong is 2. Do you guys want to talk about my top 10 games of the year? I made a list. I didn't think I was going to have enough because I don't think I had a particularly strong year. But it's still something to talk about. We could talk about it. Where is that list? Here it is. You know, it's the beginning of the year. What else do you do? Okay, I see. It's not a magical trap. It's a she up there. But dang it, how am I gonna get that item if I gotta dodge a she? Should I just fall down here with the skittering grubs? I feel like if we don't do that now, we'll never do it, you know? Might as well get this shit out of the way. Alright, Geronimo Rouge, here I come. These guys also die in one swing of me axe. I think K-Man was saying, what is dual-wielding bow and axe? I guess it is fairly perverse. I'm pretty sure you, like, you know, you gotta put the other axe away to wield the bow. But, you know, as long as you can hold it in your hand, you can use it. The same is true of real life. Guys, fucking stop it. break my ring, and then I'm gonna be slow is the problem. Oh, I'm fat rolling now. Jarouge! That's the wrong way! Oh my god, I should have picked up the items. I'm so sorry. I hated that. Dang it. I hope that thing stays, I hope that thing stays swiveled around to where I swiveled it. Alright, well... This presents a conundrum because I have to fix my ring. Oh, hello. Third dragon ring. Do I have another one of these that's like a little less? This one is just almost as good. I wonder if can I still roll normal with this? Okay. I'm gonna run down there, get my shit, and then I think I'm gonna feather out. Maybe we'll get the item. Is there like another way down out of here? No? Yes? So I think I'm just gonna chug. Chug freely. Chug freely like I was chugging at New Year's. I never remember how to get down here. I guess it's here. Fuck you. You don't see me. Oh god, he's coming in. How do I get down? Oh, down here, that's right. You guys want to hear my top 10 games of the year? So I didn't think I was gonna have a top 10 of this year. Not that I didn't play some good games. I played a couple games I really, really liked. However, I just like didn't get around to that much. I got kind of stun locked, specifically by the 100 line Last Defense Academy, which I didn't feel right including on the list. Because even though I've played a lot of that game, I have not done all the endings, nor have I even done like enough to like clear like some story locks and stuff that I've still got in the game, and it just like sort of doesn't feel right to like, you know, put it on a list when I don't even know all of the like, you know, like what I could even be left in that game. Like I know that I know a little about some of the routes that I haven't done. And it seems like they're, you know, I just didn't feel like it would be right to rank it yet. So I left that one off the list. But because I played that for so long this year, I feel like I just kind of didn't get around to too much else. I was in a little bit of a gaming slump. Not where I wasn't playing games, because I was playing games a lot. But just like, I don't know. It felt off. I blame Metaphor. Not actually, but like a little bit. And by Metaphor, I really mean I blame like, I don't know, I was just like tired a lot. I feel like we've talked about this all year. I slept a lot instead of playing games. I don't know. And Metaphor is the Metaphor is the game that feels emblematic to me of that era. And also it's funny to say. But regardless of whose fault it was, I was in a bit of a gaming rut. I feel like I'm getting out of it though. Image game. Yeah, image game of like a gaming low point for whatever that's worth. Should we use the poison knives more? Okay, well let's figure out where this goes. I mean, I guess I don't need to be like... Oh, I didn't just notice my little arrow sling on on my back. That's cute, Charouge. That's cute, See, K-Man, look. See, K-Man? You gotta put the axes away. You can just put them away, though. They just go away. But okay, here's the list. I came up with a little cope list, even though I don't think it was a huge year. Okay, wait, hold on. We gotta do this one by one. Let me look at that ring, and then we'll talk about it. I'm not Flynn. Flynn Shifo. Where is it? Beep bop boop bop ba. Lower equipment load increases physical attack. What? Lowers equipment load purport. Lower such that the low. Oh, I see what it means. It means if you have less equipment load, I'm sure that that's like super good for some builds. I'm sure that there are some builds that would really heavily like thrive on that. All right, I guess we'll just continue on. If I can run my whole kit with this other ring, then literally the one that broke does not matter to me right now. Whoops. And now I can just go back down here. Though we could go this way still. Alright, here's the list. Surprising no one, my #1 game of the year is Hollow Knight Silk Song. The reason I remembered that I made the list is because Sizz was just saying something about it. He's getting close to finishing the game. I finished the game a couple months ago. That's my #1. Yeah, I guess we're starting at #1. We're going backwards down the list. It'll be funnier that way. Oh, Jesus. Where are your bodies? You can just, like, iframes over these spikes. This is gonna be really hard for me to talk about. Still gonna try, though. Okay, run out, run out. Oh, we started for #1. That's actually really funny. I didn't even think about that. Well, we could start from the bottom. You guys all knew it was Silk Song for me, right? We all knew. We all knew that. Oh, Jesus. Sharouge. We could turn around and come up from the bottom. No, no, no. Right, I'm climbing it, I'm climbing it. They're not coming over here yet. Ow. This is the zero defense build. These double axes. This is Jarouge no guard mode. I went to put up my shield to block that like spell that she was gonna shoot at, and I realized it simply wasn't there. Super funny. Okay, I don't know how to get over there, but I guess I can go around. Okay, let's start from the bottom. #1, Silk Song. Everybody knew that. Goatee of the year. I waited fucking years to play it. I loved the first game. I knew it would be amazing, and it was. It literally is one of the, that rare instance where one's expectations are met. And in some cases exceeded. I think at least one of the rare instances, at least for me personally, where my expectations were entirely met. For something I had like high hopes about, My expectations I think are met a lot, but like these fucking guys. Where are your bodies? Will's #1 was Metaphor. Did not make my list. Didn't even think about it, not including it on my list, actually. I don't know what that was. Did I pick up that item? Alright, #10 for me, though. Hilarious compared to what Will just said. My #10 was Rystar. Fuck, I'm gonna have to escape down here. Oh, Jarouge! I didn't know he took contact damage from that. My #10 was Rystar. Now, there's a funny meme in this community where we hate Rystar. People keep playing it on stream expecting it to be cool, and then, like, getting annoyed with it by the end. And to be fair, being like an old game, it does get frustrating by the end. Oh, Jarouge. I knew that was going to happen. I tried my best. That game is cool. It has a cute soundtrack. It has a beautiful aesthetic. And I thought it was fairly fun to play. I don't think it was a 6. I know, you know, like, I feel like if, you know, going into, like, an old Sega game like that, you gotta know that some shit's gonna be unfair. You gotta know that sometimes you're just gonna fucking run out of lives and continues. Sometimes if you really want to beat that game, sometimes if you really want to beat a game like that, you know, in one night, on one sit down, you gotta use the rewind, or you gotta use save states and stuff. I think that's one of the nice things about modern gaming, that a game like that you would have to, if you had it as a kid, you'd have to sit down and like throw your head against it for weeks and months to like really get good at it. You know, that's what it's meant to be like. There's a lot of Sega games like that. There's our good old Sega games that feel good to play, and I agree with that, and there are definitely ones that feel better to play than Rystar. But I didn't think Rystar played bad. I thought it was pretty fun. And I think if we think it's a 6, it's weakness, personally. But I'm just saying that because I liked it. But, like, I use rewinds and save states and stuff. Number 9. Hilarious. Number 9. Yeah, I'm just saying. If you thought it was a 6, maybe go re-register your gamer card. Number 9. It Takes Two. We played this game on stream. One game of the year at fucking the Jeff Show. The game is, like, I would call the game as like an 8. That gets dragged down to a 7 because the story is fucking stupid. It's pretty fun. I had a fun time playing it with Will. Dog shit story. And it feels like it takes that kind of seriously, and so I feel the need to dock it points for that a little bit. The fact that it feels like I can tell that it wants to tell a very beautiful, touching story hurts the game to me. Otherwise, though, it's pretty fun. I don't think I would ever play it again. I would play another game by that studio, though. Okay, number 8, Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir. This is probably the first game on the list that I don't really have anything negative to say about. I just didn't like it that much. It was a fun little... it was a very kind of quaint... if you don't know what this is like a remake of an NES, or actually a Famicom, because it never released on the NES. A remake of a Famicom visual novel mystery game. These came out like a couple years ago. There's 2 remakes, and then I guess those did okay enough that Nintendo actually made a new one called MEO: The Smiling Man. I haven't played the second of these games or MEO. But I played The Missing Heir this year, and then 100 Line came out, and I think if that hadn't come out and I wasn't playing that, I would have played the other ones, but I just couldn't do like multiple visual novels at once. But that game was cool. It has a cute little story that has some good twists. Again, I think like for a game that's that old, it's a pretty good story. It's definitely, you know, it kept me engrossed. But I do think there are some like slower parts of it. And I think the visual style is like so pleasant that it made me fall asleep sometimes. Not even saying that as a negative thing. I'm just saying, like, it was to the point where, like, you know, I think I was only, like, sometimes, like, gripped. And sometimes I was just, like, vibing with it. So that was my number 8. I'm excited to play more of those. Number 7 is Cope, which I put Sonic X Shadow Generations, or whatever it's called. Sonic and Shadow. Sonic Cross Shadow. Maybe it's pronounced Sonic Shadow Generations. Sonic Generations. This is a port of Sonic Generations, a game I really liked when it came out like 14 years ago. But it had a whole new mode in it. It had the Shadow mode, which had totally new levels and like a new hub world and new gameplay gimmicks and controls and content and all that stuff. And I liked that more than 3 actual games, including It Takes Two. It was pretty fun. I hope the next Sonic game is good and that it takes cues from that. It definitely won't. Let's repair a thing. Here, Ringy, come back.
I'll be around.
But so I generally don't like to include like remasters and stuff of games I've already played. And the bulk of that game is still Sonic Generations. But the Shadow stuff, again, I thought was good enough that I was like, yeah, we can include this. Plus, I needed another game. I'll explain that to you guys at the end. Number 6 was World of Goo 2, which we finished like right at the very beginning of the year. We kind of played most of that game last year, but I think that's close enough. It's not a very long game, and we finished it this year, so I'm putting it on this year's list. That game, I felt like I wouldn't say I felt I was disappointed by that game. Because I think just in the very nature of what it is, it's like, you know, like what else can you really do with World of Goo? It's just sort of more World of Goo. That's, I think, what I kind of expected it to be. So my expectations, like, were not, like, mega high for it. I just hoped it would be good. But we played that on stream, and that was a lot of fun. And some of the new mechanics in that were good, and it had that one crazy chapter, which I think, kind of thinking back on it, I'm not sure if I would rather have had just some more World of Goo levels instead of that one crazy chapter. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember that stream? It was like chapter 4 of World of Goo 2. I don't know, that game takes like a crazy turn. And inevitably, like, eventually I, like, you know, at the end of the day, I do like it. I think that was a fun idea. I just don't know, like, you know, I don't think it was, like, it might not have been right for the game. But otherwise, I think I was pretty whelmed by World of Goo 2, and I really like the first one, so that's not even a bad thing. Whelmed is good if it's a game you really like. Above that, A Short Hike, number 5, delightful little game. I walked away from that stream feeling like I had lost my mind, and that everybody thought I was fucking annoying, or more annoying than I normally am, which is somewhat, at least. But then I, like, couldn't stop thinking about the little character we made up on stream all year, and I also couldn't stop thinking about just the game in general all year. It's just a nice little game about a little wanda, where you run around as a little bird and you meet people, and it's short and fun, and I liked it. That's number 5. Oh, my shit's not down there anymore. I'm free. I do need to go down here, though, still. Number 4 was this. Give it up for Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Pretty fun. We talked about this game already. I don't gotta give like a review about it. It feels a lot like more Dark Souls to me, which I think is funny considering how much I know like a lot of the Dark Soul heads, you know, for the longest time at least, didn't like this game. I think that there's some things that I like more about it. I think the areas maybe are more kind of visually interesting and kind of more colorful. And so I actually ended up liking that a lot. I think the areas look very cool. I think obviously the remake helps that a lot. But just in general, I think they were more creative in some ways. I like there's 4 billion bosses, even though a lot of the bosses are bad. Even though I don't think the like world design is tight like Dark Souls 1, it doesn't really have that same kind of like Metroidvania world brilliance to it. I don't know, I still dug it. We're still playing it. So number 4 was this. Number 3 was Mario Kart World, a game that isn't bad. It's actually quite good. Amazing soundtrack, full of great remixes, beautiful game. Was it worth $80? I don't know what game is. But I got it with my Switch 2. And literally, we played it last night. I will continue to play it probably forever, maybe, until the next one comes out. You can also play as a cow and a penguin, and you can play as Bitty Buddy, and that's pretty cool. Number 2 was Donkey Kong Bonanza, which we played on stream. Again, I don't think it's as good as some of like my favorite Nintendo games from the last, decade or so. But some of those games I think are really great. I think DK Bonanza is still quite good. Pauline goated. I love Donkey Kong. Funny. That's it. It's pretty fun. Will I ever play it again? I'm not sure. But for what it was this year, it's good enough to be number 2. And then number 1 was Hollow Knight Silk Song. The one that will be remembered, personally. The 10 on the list. And that's my list. My favorite thing about making this list, and again, I almost didn't make it, is there are 3 games I played this year that I was all considering for number 10. But for one reason or another, I did not want to include them on the list as number 10. The games were Sonic and the Black Knight, which I mostly didn't want to include on the list because it's Sonic and the Black Knight. We played that on stream this year, and it's like a sort of fun game sometimes. I called it, when I was writing up my notes, I called it a fun 6. And I sort of believe that, so I don't think that belongs on a top 10 of the year list. But it's pretty raw, too. I had a good time playing it. There's some things about it that I really love. I fuck with the vision. Sometimes you can put a game on your Game of the Year list because of vision. It doesn't always have to be objective. Sonic and the Black Knight. Not as good as Rise Star. There was Pokemon Legends ZA, which I did not even beat. But I thought I might if I wanted to end up including on the list. But I decided not to because that game is sort of fraudulent also. It's like a fine game. I liked it more than the other Legends game, which I know is not that common of an opinion. Pokemon's my favorite franchise. So like even like an okay game kind of gets a buff. So I was thinking about that, but then I decided I just didn't want to include it on there because it just isn't that good of a game. The problem is that it's just not that good of a game. So I didn't want to include that. And then the last one was Metroid Prime 4, which I didn't want to include on the list out of spite. I think if we were looking at things just completely objectively, if when I looked at opinions, I only looked at what is objectively like closest, like what I enjoyed the most for the most amount of time, I probably would have put Metroid Prime 4 on the list at number 10. But that game hurt my feelings, and for that, it doesn't get to be included on the list. For that, I'm giving the number 10 slot to Rise Star, Metroid Prime. You will be forgotten. Oh yeah, we got a key. I wonder if I can use this on that door way back at the beginning. So that's my fraud. My fraud, fun 6, and spite mentions. And then my honorable mentions are my replay of FF4, which I did on the complete version, a game I love, which on a cool version. And also we did all the bonus content on that, which I'd never done before, so that felt sort of new. But that doesn't get to go on the list, because it really wasn't new, but it did kind of feel it. And then similarly, Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD. Final mix, for whatever that's worth, on KH1. We all replayed that game this year. Zebra's just about done with his playthrough. Some of us have already finished it. And I thought that game was fine. And now I think it's like better than that. I liked it a lot. I had a great time with that playthrough. So those are the real honorable mentions. Those are the mentions of like honor for things that I had a lot of fun with this year. There we go. I can hit that. We also did a Nuzlocke of Pokemon. What was it? Ultra Sun and Moon? Pokemon Ultra Moon is the one I did. That was fun too. I also started kind of like a little playthrough thread of White version. Kind of, sort of similar to what Zebra's doing with ZA, but not as in-depth. But I was kind of like telling a little story with it. And I was kind of dumb, but I was having fun with it. I'll finish that too. Majora's Mask, goated game. Maybe even better than Rystar. Possibly. The worst game I played this year was another Sega game, Altered Beast. I'm starving for liquid. Thirst? I just want to make sure I'm not missing something in here. I want to talk about a Sega game that sucks. Even though it's like kind of cool also. Altered Beast. That game's like not good, but it's kind of cool. And I got some games. I made a little list of games for myself that I want to play next year also. But I'm not going to talk about it. Because there are stream games on the list. And you guys know too much already. Alright, well I guess there's down here. Whoops. We hit the jackpot in that corpse room, though. So really all that is to say that once again, streams are the savior for playing new video games. Even though, again, a lot of the games we played on stream this year were not new. They were like replays and stuff, which I like. I don't always like to be playing something new. I never want this to feel like it's like a checklist for me playing stuff. Because I feel like when you do that, you then start putting games on stream indiscriminately, and that bites you in the butt. But it is a useful tool in completing games. So fortunately, DK Bonanza and then this and a short hike all got onto the list because of what we do on here. So it is handy to do, of course. List is ambitious. I don't expect to... Oh, for what you want to play next year? I feel like I missed fucking everything. I don't want to, like, die and then have to come back and re-explore some of this shit. Because, like... Oh, these annoying-ass ghost guys. I don't want to have to deal with them again. So I'm going back up. I'm not committing to down there yet. Let's kill this guy. This will make... I'll be able to traverse this area more freely once these two are dead. So let's handle that. Yeah, I mean, you can't play everything on your list of what you want to play, but... It's fun to make a little list and then see, like, what you did do. What you did get done. Okay, you aren't open. I really need like an open everything switch. What can I do? Okay, so we can let's double back a little bit, just a bit. I want to see if see. We can get out from there if we climb, right? Okay. Keep a little... Oh, that guy's not alive. Beep, 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 beep. You want to know my goal for tonight? I'm hoping we can get through the bulk of this DLC area. That I would like. No, you're not up here. Who are you? Where did you come? Oh, maybe these guys followed me from way, way up. Maybe they got stuck in here. You can always jump to that side. I think we're gonna have to play this one with the classic. Oh wait, this was I didn't even need to go down there. I didn't realize this went back here. We're gonna have to play this with the classic like expanding circles method, where you start, you start like slow, slow, slow. And you ramp up. Explore everything at the front first, and then work your way down. This list means you didn't play Beastie Ball. I had the experience of my life watching Comb stream Beastie Ball. But unfortunately, that made it invalid for my own Game of the Year list. However, I do think I will play Beastie Ball when the game officially releases. Yeah, when the game is officially out, when it's out of like beta or early access, I'll pick it up. I think it was good enough to like play in the state that Comb played it, but I already watched Comb play it, so I want to play it when all the art and stuff is done. I mean, it seems to be an extremely ambitious game, honestly, so I'm not surprised that it's taking so long for it to come out, but I can wait. I watched Comb play it. I feel like I have a good idea on the game. Yeah, there's a lot of art assets for them to do on that from what it seemed like from what I saw. How the hell do you... What am I, James? How do you expect me to hit that? But I don't know. What kind of fucking games do you want to play? Now, where does this one loop to? Oh, God. Hey, thank you, guy. The utter dark Soulsian fear of yo, I like this. I like your style, kid. The utter dark Soulsian fear of like walking into a hallway and hearing just some clattery shit behind you. Being like, what is that? Okay, how do I get down here without triggering this? I wonder if I can just run it. Solo the hero? I am a hero for doing this shit. Maybe I can... Oh, maybe it just does it time-based? I think it's just on a timer. Get down! The big overhead back attack with the axe is very Kino. Yeah, we're playing... Some of us are playing AAA Slop. We literally... That didn't come up on here, right? We've talked about that on here already. I think that was like a week or two ago. Sharouge, next. You're out of convo topics, dude. Everything has been exhausted. Who the... Where's it gonna go? Oh. I lived for that. That was wonderful. Yeah. That was beautiful. It just decided to perform a little dance for us. It showed us the dance of its people. Alright, what kind of prankster put this fucking door down here? Maybe I can just break it. Every single little nook and cranny first. Now let's see if there's something on the wall in here maybe that I missed, or if there's a Zelda switch for me to like shoot or something. I know now that there are Zelda switches to shoot. I may need to do that somewhere else also. We might have needed to do that in that other room with the spikes on the ground. Because I certainly was like not looking up. I'll try to run it back out of here. And let's see. We might just have to find another way to open it from in here. We can continue further down. Or did I already go down here? But secret? Some shit Sis would say. But otherwise, I'm excited for the year. Again, my main goal is to find a new job that I like. Aha, there we go. This is like Zelda. Charouge? And I think I can do that. Or find like some new like path to tread. I'm feeling optimistic about it, even though I've taken it... Like, over the holidays, I took a break, kind of doing stuff. I don't want to start again. I was literally just watching the Seinfeld episode where George is... it's during the point in time where George is fired in Season 3. And he's at the unemployment office. Which is a funny arc. Or really, it's like 2 episodes. But he's, like, trying to get his extension on his unemployment, and they're all, like, dogging on him and shit, and I was like, dang, that feels like me right now. I don't want to work. Working's stupid. But I will have to, obviously. So, what the heck did I just get? Puzzle stone sword. Play with this? Okay. Puzzling stone sword. Sword with a segmented blade. When swung around, it segments separate. Oh! A whip sword. The sword strikes in a whipping slash. Could always invest in becoming a sugar baby, I guess. Hey, man, are you thinking of doing that? Oh, what? Okay. Oh, it's beautiful. He looks fucking stupid playing with it, though. Oh, okay. So the heavy attack is a whip blade. So what is the two-hand like? Oh, Charouge, you're gorgeous, darling. Look at him. This is cool. This is like the threaded cane on Bloodborne. Except it's a sword. So it's less big pimpin'. Hey, that was fun. Do people like that weapon, Sis? Do people play with that? Yeah, it also is like Ivy from Soul Calibur. People love this weapon. I mean, I get it. It seems fun. It's funky. Zebra, I love that for you. Okay, so we are done here. I don't remember how I got here, but I now know that we have at least finished out this little hallway. This is at down at the very, very end of this whole little zone, right? So let's go back. Okay, and we still have any, like, these guys are still dead, so we're good here. I'm gonna look around this room for more switches. I bet there's one I can shoot or something. There's one that I can schnoot. Maybe through there? Actually, is that one? Let me pull out my speckies. No. But there's gotta be there's gotta be a way in here to turn that wheel. Oh. I don't think I remembered that you could punch these in like that yet. I've gained knowledge since coming down here. I've grown, I would say. I would say that if you had to describe this as something, I would call it growth. We have something like this already, don't we? Dragonstone? No. Operate the Eternal Sanctum Contraption. Heirloom of a race that discovered a dragon. Okay. Well, this clearly seems important. Says, do you think this is like the puzzle? Would you describe this as like the puzzle zone of this? Or are they all like this? Because I'm vibing with it. I'm just asking. Boku Kubota? Who is that? What is that? Is that like Boku no Natsuyasumi? Is that what that is? Okay. You can't hide anything from me. I've played all the Zeldas. I've literally played all the Zeldas. Nothing you do will faze me. However, that didn't open this, so what the fuck did it do? There's not a door down there. Oh, that schlunk these back in. That schlunk these back. Beautiful. All right, there's got to be another. Oh, well, now I can explore. Like, now I can run over here. Anything over here? Is there a switch that I can shoot through here? Because that would be cool. Or another one on the wall. 99 switches and levers on the wall. 99 switches and levers. Can I use that thing anywhere in here? Can I jump up and slam dunk the sanctum metal in there? Turning off the spikes has to be something, though. Now the floor is safe for a meal. You want to come down here just because I kind of want to hear she. I feel like it seems like if I had to guess, I would guess that this is too far. Is the thing? I think this is the way to go. This fucking Harry Potter castle ass. Look at this. We are in for it now, guys. Aha. Keep fearing that I'm gonna accidentally press the wrong button and like heavy attack the bow into a pit or something. This is the vibe. They are foreign buttons to me. Not buttons I am familiar pressing. Okay, so that opened this. Okay, good. Now I can go around here. Ah, yes! Perfect reward. Sanctum crossbow. Can I wield it? This is a longbow plus 7. Is it too heavy? No. Is this cooler looking? What did it just say? Hold on. Unable to use this item effectively. Oh, is it? Do I not have high enough something? What do I need for this? Oh, whatever that is. Intelligence. I need intelligence and faith for that? Why? Well, we're not wielding that. I am going to go back to Majula, though. I'm going to level up. Whew. Because we still have a goal to meet, sweeties. We have a goal that must be met. Aww. In addition to my games of the year, I also assigned a She of the Year. My She of the Year is Wako Izumi from City the Animation. Little Wako Wanda. But my runner-up She of the Year, I don't want to disturb her. And also just look how just glowing she is. My runner-up She of the Year is Rosabeth of Melfia, a.k.a. Cozy Fiora She. And with those two together, it has been a truly blessed year for me, I think. City the Animation, if you haven't heard by now, was my favorite piece of media this year. It eclipsed everything I played, watched, or read.
I will always be at your side until hope has fully withered.
Thank you. And you know, Emerald Herald, she's like in the running for like top 10 cheese. And that's good. That's all I gotta say about it. She of the year. I'll miss it too. It's all in on Vitality. Until we can dual wield great swords. This is the final, this is the final form of Sharouge. Let's see how we're looking. All right, 76. But I think if I took one of the... I kind of want to be able to do it with the gauntlets on. With the gauntlets off, we're so close, though. So if that's how it's going to end up having to be, I think that's fine, too. Oh, the bow also. Bow off, gauntlets off. All right, we are normal rolling with this. Bow off, gauntlets off, we can do it. Did I say goblets? Bow off, gauntlets off. This is 74. And it's like, it's usually like about 1 point in load each time. So if we leveled it up 4 more times, would we, or it would be more like 5. If we leveled it up 5 more times, would we be there? Is that how it works? This is the like plus 1.0 to equip load. The same as like, would that reduce your equip load by 1? Okay, because we could five more times. I've probably got that in me for 2 more whole DLCs. I'm sure we'll get a couple off the boss, or the bosses. All right, I'm gonna buy more of these though. These are actually helpful for me right now. Brother's friend at the New Year's Eve party was telling me how he watches literally every anime every season. It's only so much time in life for that. Some of those people watch, those people watch things in fast forward too. Do y'all know about that? Do we know people do that? In fact, I know a lot of people who watch anime like that in general, which I think is more of a shonen-brained problem. Like people who are catching up on like One Piece or Naruto or something like that. I think that's shonen brain sickness a little bit, just because a lot of those shows have a lot of downtime. I think it started back in like the days when anime production was a little different than it is now. But I know like AniTubers or people who do like hype slop content and shit like that. I know they still do it. And I'm sure you can get yourself to a point where you can watch it that way fine and enjoy it fine. I'm sure if they're like really digging a show, they probably slow it down, but it also seems a little bit like the same kind of slippery slope that like playing Pokemon on an emulator with the speed up button is, where eventually you get to a point where you're not even realizing your finger's on the button. Which is a joke my roommate and I used to have. But anyway. Yeah, I don't know. What are you guys watching this season? Let's see what's on. I'm looking it up. Everybody lock in. Is it the winter season? Winter anime 2025. Is that the season we're in still? Spring hasn't started yet, right? Let's see what we got on. Find me Mal. I don't want Crunchyroll. Here we go. Yeah, I'll be watching Jujutsu Kaisen. That comes out next week, right? We got Sakamoto Days. What is this? Is this solo leveling? No, I don't know. Oh, it is. It is. Okay. Apothecary Diaries. Not watching that. Dr. Stone. Not watching that. Don't know what that is. Thank God I don't got that in it, man. Thank God I don't got Red 21 in it. This looks like a bunch of dog shit. A Toilet Bound Hanako-kun. I recognize that. That's getting a season 2. Not watching that shit. That looks like Blue Exorcist. It is Blue Exorcist. Not watching that shit. Thank God I don't got that on TV. What else we get? Oh, now I'm getting into the real slop. There's nothing coming out this season. Sometimes you gotta scroll down a little bit. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show weeaboos. Sometimes you gotta scroll down. But I'm not seeing anything good on here. Here's an anime about the World's Fair. The World Expo. Yeah, well, Isaac was watching Dororo. I read some of the manga of that. Comb, you inflicted that vocal stim on me. Anyway, I don't know. That's what's out. Sakamoto Days, Apothecary Diaries, Dr. Stone. I think this is solo leveling. This girl's cute. She has thick eyebrows. Kimi no Koto. What if we watched... What if you... Do you guys want to watch this with me? Kimi no Koto ga dai 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 daisuki na 100 nin no kanojo. Actually, that's a boy, I think. Is this BL? Well, he's still cute. I'm not taking it back. That's the 100 girlfriends. I mean, that makes sense. Kanojo is girlfriend. Something I love, 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 love my 100 girlfriends. It's not BL. He's holding the girlfriends here. Well, I'm not interested in it anymore then. I don't know what the rest of this shit is. I'm watching Jujutsu Kaisen this season. That's what I'm watching, baby. When that shit drops, poof, it's going right to the top of Mal. I bet. Trigun Stargaze? That's a thing? Thank God I don't see that on here. Well, that was fun. Everything else is slop. I will be watching JJK, though. Where am I? Did I already go down here? I'm lost now. We did a little bit and then we left, right? Oh, no, there's no Jester Thomas. Fucking Jester? What is he gonna do? He's clearly trying to do something. Oh, he's dual-wielding flames. Sorry, man. Yeah, Demon Slayer has announced that it's concluding in 2029. That's cool. I'm still reading Chojin X. That's pretty good. I can't believe that doesn't have an anime yet. Maybe it's just, like, too violent, they think. I don't know. Tokyo Ghoul got an anime. Where's the Chojin X anime? Feels like it could get one. I feel like I could see it being popular. Does it have one? I don't think it does. I guess I don't know that 100% though. That stag. It's that staggy. Oh, so rude. Ah, well, we just found that. We actually, I think we did really good finding that bonfire without dying. I feel really solid about that level of progress. We routed almost that whole area, except for up at the beginning. Actually, mentioning that now, I wonder if that key I got I can use to open this door up here. Tower of Prayer. Yeah, that was an invader. There was an NPC invader, though. I think we encountered him once before already. Sizz, confirm? I feel like I know that guy. When is Akane anime? Didn't that didn't come out already? I guess I probably would have at least seen the opening if it had. It must be coming out this year though. I remember it getting announced. I remember it getting announced and like not thinking it, having low expectations for it. I think this like the studio that's doing that Akane anime has like never done a cool show. I mean, I guess I haven't seen any of them, but it doesn't look like they've ever handled something as big as this. Like a Jump, even a Jump property that's like not like a fighting like action series. It's still one of the better performing things in the magazine. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I haven't thought it looked amazing in any of the trailers. I think personally, if you're gonna do an Akane anime, I think it would be better if it had like some real kind of direction to it. Because I think something that Akane Banashi could really be improved by would be really like kind of doing a lot more with the like Rakugo world as they're telling the stories. Not that I don't think Akane Banashi does a bad job with that, but I feel like that's something that you could really like make kind of magical with animation. And I don't trust the studio to not do it very straightforward, kind of. If it was like a studio or a creator that's known for having like more vision about such things, I would be more excited for it. But an Akane anime adaptation that doesn't do that, you've like lost my interest in wanting to watch that. I already read the manga. It's great. Little dried root. Dried rouge. What did I end up naming this stream? Did I do the inner light? Yes. I forgot. Yeah, you think? You think, Comb? I think it... What if they had aura? My Karu's VA is Mahito. Goats into goats. Goat conversion. Lightning clutch ring. Everything that I touch turns to spark in my clutch. I'm too much. It is a little lightning clutch. Do you guys like clutch? I think that's a good word. A hand grasping stone increases lightning attack, reduces physical defense. I was telling Sizz the other day that I totally inherited this from him. It did not happen the other way around. But when I like get like a shiny little trinket or like a nice little thing for me in a specifically in like a game like this, especially if it's something that is like is not mega important or like useful for me, I always go no. I make a stupid little like whimsically intrigued noise. I got that from Sizz. Alright, we're going up now. I hear some crittery crawlies too. But they were on the roof. The ceiling. Don't stop. Don't get your stink on me. Oh, Jarouge. Phew. I think it like maybe part of it sort of started from, you know, in there's no rock shield Balder. Can you guys leave me the fuck alone? Look at him just booking it down this bridge. You want to clash on the bridge, buddy? All right. I think part of it definitely comes from little Marge in The Simpsons when she goes, "This is what a cornfield looks like," and little Marge goes, I think part of it is that little noise. Jesus, Sharouge. It's not what I meant to do. I wanted to real heal there. These invaders. Where is my fucking... Oh, am I like cursed? There we go. I couldn't heal. He did it again. Sharouge. I gotta stop holding a button. My inputs, man. Get me away from this freak. This fucking lunatic. No! I'm leaving. Good luck. I know you're heavier than me. There's another bonfire up here. I'm gonna get right up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck. Oh, it's because he sees me? This is a better arena in which to fight him. I can beat him like this. He also didn't heal. I guess he does. He doesn't think he has to, is the thing. He's looking down on me. He's underestimating the Rouge. Yes, I'm super excited to replay Bloodborne. It's all I've been thinking about all week. There we go. Fuck you, Baldur! I will be playing the DLC for that for the first time ever. I know, even still, even with Elden Ring out now, Sekiro, which I know, I sort of always assumed to be the most difficult of these games. It's the only one I think about, and I'm like scared of trying. Even still, I know that people still say that those some of those Bloodborne DLC bosses are some of the hardest bosses in the series. Even with Elden Ring out, even with Dark Souls 3, even with Sekiro, especially that final boss, I know that he is still regarded as having hands. And I'm excited to try those. Especially using a big fucking dumbass wheel that is like the slowest weapon in the game. Oh, what do we got in here? A little frozen water. Did I drop shit? I dropped shit, but it like wasn't enough, I feel like, to really care about going back. Well, I'm definitely gonna do this now. If this is an opportunity for me to become positive boss. Yeah, I mean, we played Bloodborne first. I mean, obviously, everybody knows this. We played Bloodborne first, and even though I only beat the base game, I did beat all of the bosses. Not in the Chalice dungeons. Which I kind of also think I want to do this time. Because there's, like, cool... Like, some of those guys are cool. But I beat all the bosses, even, like, in Bloodborne, there are, like... There's like 6 or 7 bosses I think you have to beat the game, and that's like it's less than half the bosses that are in the whole game, even outside the dungeons. But we did beat all of them, and then going from that to Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls 1 and this, it feels I feel like I trained on with like 100 times gravity like Vegeta. So I'm sure like Elden Ring, you might feel like that even towards Bloodborne, Zebra. But maybe that all changes here. Oh my god, it's an area. Says later, right? Says not right now, right? I don't think I want to... Well, unless this is like a standalone area. Should we knock this out and then go back to the temple? This also goes way the hell down there. I might see where this goes to. Once you get that near movement down, yeah, that's the thing is I get to go from Bloodborne to this, two games that have extremely similar control schemes. But Zebra's got to go from Bloodborne to Nier. That is not going to be the same thing at all. It's hard to play two action games at once. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff in this. Gotta go back up. There's something there. Oh, that's where you're supposed to go. Well, where the heck is this? Because this corpse looks like I would have looted it. Where is this? This is here? Was this door not open before? It must have not been. Or maybe I guess this probably was just up, so there wouldn't have been anything I could do in this. That's designed for co-op? Do you think I can do it? Did you do it, Sis? Should I even try? Okay, I remember seeing this. This is like across the way over here, right? Yeah. We saw that at the end of last stream, and I was like, I wonder how you get that. Probably jump from there onto that. Which is probably how I'm supposed to get back. Well, maybe I'll, you know, continue further, and then we'll leave that for last, just in case we'll have more, a little more kind of chutzpah. Area where the summon signs show up from people who don't have the DLC. Oh. That makes sense. Oh, that like hallway into there. Dark great sword. Oh. That sounded cool. Where is it? That's a spell? They don't want me to have any... Can't have shit in this house. They don't want me to have any fun. Oh. Well, alright. I mean, I wasn't going to use it anyway, but... I wanted to see what it looked like until I learned it was a dumb hex. Until I learned it was a... hex. You know what? Let's just do this. Why risk fucking falling? There's another way down here that I want to check out anyway. There were two places to jump off. I sought it. You know how FF14 has raids? Sis, was that message meant to tie into that area? Is this the same place? Was there only one? I guess there was only one. Alright. I think you can do it, Zebra. They were easy for me, but I beat him at level 100. But I had the ultimate weapon. I feel like if you've got the best gear on, it should be doable still. It'd definitely be easier than, or harder than how I did it, but for me it was just like figuring out, you know, where I can get in, and then it was just a matter of time from there. You have Leaf Bracer now, so that'll help. Because you definitely used that to, you know, get out of the attack range for Sephiroth's big move a couple times. I don't like things on the ceiling. I don't like things on the ceiling. I don't like bugs like this. When you put that shit together, miss me forever with that. Not even gold. I think that song is just fine. You remember the Black Keys era? That was like one of the last times when I ever was like listening to the radio. Dragon. What the fuck is this? Is this the same area? I hear that fucker moving around. I hear something. Maybe that's just a waterfall, or... It is. Oh, this is beautiful. Well, this is rather lovely. Yeah, I saw the chest. I was just looking around. And I have checked for mimics every single chest we've encountered today on this stream, which is a lot of them. So I think I'm doing pretty good. Let's look at the shield. I want to learn about the sanctum, like what it is. A shield with a curious design. One of the treasures of the Sunken King. Raw. Well, that's got to be who we fight at the end, right? Did we know that was the king? The Sunken King? I know one of these is going to be the Iron King. A mixture of mystical tree branch and sacred chime iron allows the shield to serve as a catalyst for miracles and sorceries. Raw, hell yeah. Just tried to sip my water with the cap on. The sun can rock. Exactly. That looks like a good place for Jarouge to get stuck and not be able to get back from. Maybe this is just here for atmosphere? That's where we came down from, right? That is the bonfire where we started. We walked down from there. Oh, this is... I was complaining about fucking Metroid Prime 4 over here. I was complaining about Metroid Prime 4 when we were going through there. We came all the way through here. We came down here, across here, through over there. We're doing so good. And that's why it's fun to explore. And that's why it's fun to explore. Okay, I think we're gonna go back though. These fucking ladders. This is like the least climbable ladder that has existed yet in these games. Aggressively unclimbable. Wait, why did I even... There's... Hold on. Bye. You are not gonna get me. Oh, I like that snap magic, though. I think a snap is maybe the coolest possible catalyst for, like, your magic power to activate. Call me a Saraki about it. Snaps are raw. This must be the priestess's chamber. Alright, I'm going back in. We'll do that other thing later. I know where it is now. We have a way to get right to it, so. Ah, Baruch. I don't think I have a Bloodborne disc either. I think but do I own that game even? Did I get that on PS Plus? I think I might have got it free. Was it ever free on PS Plus or something crazy like that? Because I think that's how I own it. You didn't even have time. I mean, I know it's on, I think it's on that, like, PlayStation Plus Essential, fucking Mega Dick, whatever tier. When the PS5 came out and they put all those PlayStation 4 games on that thing. I think it's on that, but I think I had it before that. And by think, I mean I know, because I played it on stream before the PS5 was out. That game is so unfortunately choppy. Bloodborne is. It's like such a good game. I know Pixel was saying that shit's ugly. I think Bloodborne is one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. It is very like dark red, black, and gray. But I think the area design is so good in that game. And like the monsters and everything are just, like, it's just so good. That game just runs so bad. It's so unfortunate. I still think it's, like, impressive for, like, early PS4. Like, it looks well beyond, like, anything that would have ever been possible on the PS3, I think. But dang, man. Why is there's never been a remaster or a port or anything? Oh, Jarouge. sucks. It stinks having to fight against that wall of fire shit that we had. I could use fire against him. That literally never works though when we fight pyromancers. This isn't the guy that I fought. No, I guess it's not. We fought a pyromancer NPC invader in the whatever fucking Shrine of Amana. But I remember he had the like lingering flame thing. He had the one that you like throw out as like a little hitbox, and if you touch it, you explode. I like that one too, but this is a different guy. You know what? Fuck you. You don't have warmth. I know how this works, however. The thing that's different, fella, is that I've seen this. I know that can heal me too. So I'm going in. I'm gonna hit him with just a little weak baby attack now. Watch me. Pixel went to bed, I think, and I don't know where to go next. Uh-oh, sorry, sis. I don't know where you are. Hell yeah. Alright, and it looks like we've got a boss to fight now. You ready for a little boss? You guys ready to fight a little... Are we ready to fight a little boss? This should kind of look like Angel's Egg. Oh, you playing Bloodborne. How we looking? Cutscene? This is definitely a boss arena. I think. Maybe? Maybe not? No. Looks like this is just a zone. Oh god, what are you, a Grinchler? This is cool. It's pretty cool, Will. Griefing Kiki before he gets to Boom Boom. He's playing Mario 3. Kiki, you ready for a little boss? You guys, I am really close to the end of Pokemon ZA, though. I actually did play it today. I'm in the final, like, encounter, but, I put it down right at what I imagine is the final battle, because my Switch was dying. I was playing in handheld. But I definitely will be... This is cool. It's like a fucking, like, bipedal salamander. He looks like a salamander. He's got a salamander-like head. This is neat. I'm getting his ass, though. I'm just going for it. Go for it, Jarouche. Definitely getting used to the axes. I like this move, which feels... So this is the L2. This is the heavy L attack, or heavy, what's this called? Power stancing? This is the heavy power stance attack. I like that one. I don't like the normal power stance attack, which is this one. I feel like it's slower. Can we get Digital Foundry to clock this? The difference is negligible, if anything. It almost feels slower to me, like there's more, like a little bit more of a wind-up. And then we should be using this one more. We really haven't been, but that one's cool. Yeah, I imagined an ending, Zebra, for like, just because I kind of had an idea of sort of how it was going to end. I sort of imagined, like, what if I kind of wrote my own little Destiny's ending? Which I might still, but maybe I'll wait. I know, like, if you're playing through it, you know, I know there's only so many people that would read it. And you wouldn't want to see the ending, so maybe I'll wait on it. It might take a long time for me to make also, so I might just be working on it. He sees me. He's coming in. He's shooting blasts. I like his big teeth. I love this enemy, I've decided. Oh, where did my health go? MC can simply say, I'm done. That is true. She's a girl who knows when she's finished with something, even if it involves her mom, I think. Right? I wonder if these guys respawn if we die. I would love it if they didn't. Dragons, I feel like sometimes don't, right? I just gotta get behind him and he can start doing good. Stay in his ass. That's what you gotta do, Isaac. That's how you win at games like this. What are you doing? Got him. Woof! Woof! Do one chug, and I'm gonna do some stones. Do a chug, and I'll listen to a little stones. Yeah, there will always be someone else to save Mom. Simpsy's funny. All right, 2 down, 3 to go. Whew. I think they probably want me to like sneak through here. But as long as we're not dealing with 2 at once, we're good. Is that a fire? Another thing I like about this is they are giving me bonfires. It's very useful and helpful. Nice. But I mean, I'll keep fighting. I think I've got enough flasks to kill one more. I'm worried if I sit, though, they'll come back. Actually, we might as well just, like, try it. He sees me now, though. No. Don't like that. I don't like that it does that. Can I still sit? Alright, I don't know if those... I think those guys... I think they did respawn, because I think there's one over there that we already killed. But I'm fine with that. I'm just... Because I don't... These guys seem to have, like, a defined range where they can kind of see you and engage with you. And if I just keep doing it one at a time, I can just keep moving forward. Fine. You didn't see me fight that big dragon. You are barely a dragon. You are a little dragonling. A little dragon chudlet. I am the mighty and powerful Gerouge. You are the weak, 2-legged dragon chudlet. I have already defeated the Chad Elder Dragon. I'm going around the other way on this. See that shit? That's that shit I don't want to deal with. Ooh. Sold great hero. We love that. That's what they're gonna call me when your boy finally passes on. After I'm done streaming all these games for everyone. One day they'll recognize it. I love his teeth. It's the like chompers that I can't get over. They are not like any kind of like dragony, like reptilian kind of teeth. They look like they're in a fucking Dr. Drillin' film. Those chompers. Last one. They do have those weird, like, teeth rows, though, way down in the back. You ever see, like, a animal that has gross, fucked up teeth like that? A bunch of them do. Even animals that people like that are cute. Have you ever seen inside the mouth of a sea turtle? It's a fucking nightmare in there. They have, like, teeth all the way down their throat. And listen, everyone loves sea turtles. They're wonderful. They're magical. They're adorable. You ever seen the inside of a sea turtle's mouth? It looks like some fucking nightmare Dark Souls shit. I think it's because they, at least the ones that are primarily, eat jellyfish. Fuck. The teeth help them, like, hawk jellyfish down, get them down their throat. That shit's scary, though. It might be just loggerheads, actually. I don't know if other sea turtles have that. I think some of them do, at least. I don't know. I kind of want my shit, though, is the thing. Damn, I kind of think I might want my shit back. You gotta get right in that underbelly with that big overhead damage. Oops. Whoa. Still alive. With a fireball. Yes, come over here. 2 at once, and there's 0 way I survive, is the thing. This is not a 2 at once type monster. Preferably no monster is that, but definitely not this guy. That's 2. I could probably get my shit back now, though, safely. He's way over there. He doesn't see me. I kind of, within the last week, had to figure out what we're doing for Sunday stream for Jet Set Radio. We sort of, I think maybe I actually am not sure if whether or not this kind of mattered on the run, like, that we actually did on the stream. Because just like a lot of old games, I was looking up exactly what you need to do to, like, get some of the, like, secret unlockables and characters and stuff. And it seems like people are a little of different minds on exactly what you need to do. But it seems like the most commonly held idea is that to get all the other, like, so there's 3 secret characters we're gonna unlock on our just, like, playthrough we've been doing. We already have 2 of them. And then there are 2 that you get by having those characters and starting a new game. One of them you have to play through, like, I'll call it most. You have to play through most of the game again to get. So initially I was thinking, like, we probably just wouldn't do that. But then I was looking at kind of what else there is on that game at the end of Sunday night stream last week. And there's not really enough left for another session anyway, unless we kind of do just some of the more, like, kind of tedious, like, score attack missions. So what I think we might do now is beat the game, like, beat the last level we need to do, beat the game, and then we might, I really think, especially having played through them once already and not having to go through those jet ranks again, I think we might just, like, speed blitz the rest, like, a second playthrough up to the point where we can get that unlockable character. It doesn't sound interesting, but I think it would be the most interesting thing for us to do. Because there is like a unique mission you have to do to get the character unlocked once you get up to that part. And it's definitely like the most like content-like thing to show off, I think. Yeah, if we're just blasting through the levels, especially those early levels, like before Chapter 2, we can fly through those. And it would give me an excuse to use some of the other, like some of the unlockable characters and stuff too. So I think that's what we're going to do instead. There will be some missions that we won't have done because we did that, but I promise you they're just like, they're fun if you're playing it on your own or you're just trying to get like highest scores or like stuff like that. But for the stream, it wouldn't be that interesting. It would be kind of boring, I think. But I definitely think we'll do that. That'll be done next week, so that'll be good. Okay, I guess we go through there and up there now. With this thing that I inserted in here says, I know it said dragon stone. Woman. Visions of woman? Where are we seeing her, fellas? Peeping out my knocks because I heard someone say woman. Was this round thing woman? Did I need that like sanctum stone thing that I found way fucking deep in there to do this? That's stupid if that's what it is. Because I'm glad we found that. I feel like we could have gotten down here without having found that. We're doing good. I feel like we're doing good at this. I feel like I'm doing the best at this, actually. Not to make it a competition, but I think I'm doing the best at it. Is this a little pool? This is wonder. If I was coming in here on my own, I'd be looking at all these little pools for some weird little cave critters. Preferably not the giant two-legged, magic blasting, fire, electric breathing salamander nightmares. Yo. Drake Blood Greatsword. I know somebody must love this weapon. Greatsword wielded by the Drake Blood Knight, led by the Honorable Sir Yor. The insignia chiseled upon its hilt symbolizes dragon's blood. The Drake Blood Knight. Fresh dragon blood was sacrosanct. Well, alright, well, if it was sacrosanct, it's pretty cool looking. It looks like Lord of the Ringsian to me a little bit. Oh, Jarouge. What, is he getting his blood drawn? Jarouge. I guess I took my... Did I take my axe off? What happened? He looked like he was squeezing the stress ball and they were about to stick him with a needle. Have you guys ever gone tide pooling? I used to love that as a kid. One of the classic snack genre of stories that we tell on here are the times in my childhood when I went on vacation to Maine in the summer, which I did for every year for like a while. Over 5 years we did this. And Maine on the beaches are totally, it's like a New England type beach. The beaches are very rocky, which I know some people don't like. But rocky beaches are perfect for tide pooling. Which, if you've never done it, is the wondrous art and activity of slowly walking across beach rocks and looking in all the little nooks and crannies for little critters. And you can find all kinds of cool stuff in there: sea urchins, starfish, crabs, all snails, slugs, all kinds of crazy shit. And I used to love doing that back in the day. Oh, is this like a big boy shortcut? What am I? I hear something shingling. Okay. Oh, oh my god, this is here. We're way back. This is where I was just looking at with the Nakis. You know, if you've never been, I recommend it. Especially if you like little critters like me. My favorite, one of my top 5 favorite things in the world, little creatures. We used to wake up early and do that when I was on vacation, and I remember my sister would always, because people, and this is like fucked, but I think for a kid, it doesn't really, like, they don't really, like, I can see why you wouldn't really think about it. But when I would used to go to where I used to go to vacation in Maine, there were a bunch of these like little beach houses up and down the beach, and people would like catch starfish and sand dollars specifically, and they would put them out on the front porch and dry them, which kills the animal, of course. Dry them so that you could, I guess, you could use them in, like, some people make, like, little kind of kitschy, like, beach art. Like, it's like SpongeBob. It's like in the SpongeBob movie where he's drying SpongeBob and Patrick out. There would be some people who would collect those little animals to do that. And I have the most vivid memory of my sister and me going out walking the beach and looking for shells and looking in tide pools and stuff. And every single person she saw picking up sand dollars or starfish, her being like, don't you know those are alive? Which is like a really cute memory that I have of my sister being a good person when she was like 7 years old, going up to people and telling them that the animals they were harvesting off the beach were alive. And you can find sand dollar, like, actually, I don't know much about sand dollars, like what they are. I'm looking it up. Are they like sea urchins? You can find sand dollar shells that have, for ones that have already died, and they are sort of pretty. They are urchins, okay. Like, so the shells are pretty. They have like a little pattern on them. And you can't, like, if you go like out early, you can find them on the beach, and you can find the ones that the animal has already died out of. And those are fine to take home, and we did used to do that. But you can definitely tell which ones are alive and which ones aren't, because they're all white and, bleachy. She'd be like, don't you know those are alive? And my mom, I think, was so proud of her. All right, this is cool. Now we're going down into the fucking... This is the room that we saw from somewhere, I think. Oh my god, there's so much shit in here. What are you? Are you a Dark Souls guy? This is just a guy. This is fucking Arthur Ghouls and Ghosts. A veritable Dark Soulsman. I need to heal. I'm gonna catch him coming around the corner. That might hit him. It almost did. Oops. Man, I was really counting on a stagger there. Stagger for a dagger. Oh. That shield. He's kind of got a little scotchy shield like me. He's got a little scotchy shield like I got a scotchy shield. We're going. Oh, you made a big mistake there, guy. Don't go too handy against Jarouge. I will just tank through it. Don't put that shield down against Jarouge. Gulp. All right, this couldn't be here. I wonder if this is one of these is back to that spiky area. Clearly we've been in here before. I don't remember where that is, and I really don't want to step on... Well, actually, if we step on the stone in there, won't this open? Ow! He must have the, like, Saint crossbow or whatever. Or is this just a room of open chests? I'm guessing we must have come in here. But I don't remember ever coming down this far before. We didn't go... Let's see. Where did we drop down? I guess you can probably jump down from over there. I guess someone beat you to the punch. Maybe that was that... Maybe it was that soulsman who was about... Last item I needed in KH is one more mithril stone. One last run back with good old Pot Scorpion. I definitely also remembered a couple extra trips to Pot Scorpion, more than I thought I needed to take. How is it already 150? I guess we've been playing a while. I'm playing until we get down to that boss, though. Can I get in there? There we go. There's got to be something in here. Even before I read that. There's no nothing. No, perhaps? Try trio butthole, Sizz. That's that shit they be saying in Elden Ring. Alright, maybe there's just nothing in here. I mean, there was nothing in the chests in the other room. Try the trio butthole. What the heck? Oh, it freed some little critters. How the heck was I supposed to get them? Chiaki at Trillius. Get the 3 for me, dude. Try the trio, butthole. Chiaki. Sorry, that was aggressive. Jarouge, we gotta... He jumps too far. He's simply too jumpable. Okay, but I know an easy way to get back. We just gotta go to... here. We gotta schnut up. Yeah, that would be... The Triple Dipper would be way too much food for her. I give it a boom. Oh, good choice, Kazuichi. Can you really call food like this, Hope? Fuck you. Or would that be Chiaki saying it? Guys, Danganronpa 2x2 coming out this year. We started playing Fantasy Critic. We did our draft. I could talk about that. In hindsight, I mean, okay, first of all, other than the literally like the first year we played where I went second and I drafted Elden Ring, and obviously I felt great about that. I have never felt great about my Fantasy League drafts. I feel like I always make some kind of mistake. And I don't think I made a huge mistake this year. Definitely not as much as ones I've made in the past. But I feel a little shaky about it. I mostly in that what I was bummed about last year is a lot of my shit didn't come out. And then going into this year, I was like, if I get a good spot, I'm picking games with dates. But I wound up picking 7th, which was right in the middle, and I was like, I think I let that kind of I let myself kind of get lost in the sauce with that, and I once again picked up like riskier games than I should have. Now I think that all of them will be good. I picked up Control Resonant, which to be fair was the game I had my eye on the most with my spot. I was pretty locked in on like take that if you can get it. But because of that, I right... Oh, fucking this guy. Right after me, Sizz picked up the Trails remake. Just thinking about it, I'm like, dang, I kind of feel like I wanted that too. I was one who had the first one of those, which got like a 90. It was my highest scoring game of this last year. So I feel like something like that. I'm like, I feel like I should have known. Just like, you know, lightning. What will happen once will happen twice. I should have just grabbed that. I think if Control comes out, I think that they could review comparably. But it's like that had a date and Control doesn't. So it's like just an unnecessary risk. Not the end of the world, but like, just stuff to think about. I feel similarly about letting the Dragon Quest VII remake. Oh, it doesn't have a date. Didn't it have like a time of year at least? I feel similarly about letting the Dragon Quest remake get past me also. Where I picked up, I had both of those like on my like kind of like go for this around the second round kind of list. So I can see why I did that, but I picked up Marvel Tokon Fighting Dreamers or whatever the fuck it's called. Which again, I think if it comes out will do well. Because all of the like big ArcSys games have done well. And it has a big IP behind it, and I think that would do a lot for reviewers just on its own. But again, it's just like I feel like the stuff like that is just more of a risk than was necessary for where the draft wound up going. But that's all really. I was very chuffed with my pickup of Vampire Crawlers, a game which people, I remember people saying like I didn't even know I wasn't even thinking about this. Which on one hand you might say, well, I probably could have gotten that, post draft. But on the other hand, something like that, I feel like people see that on the board, bid on post draft, and at that point it's like, well, I could get outbid by someone's counter bid on this now. Like all it would take is someone looking into it, and finding out that it was like a card-based dungeon crawling game by the Vampire Survivors people, and then I easily could get sniped on it. So I feel good about picking that up. I'd rather have that on my board than have to worry about getting it in the post draft. And then I picked up Mixtape, which is might be a throw. I believe that game will at least get positive points, but I really mostly picked it up because I had it all through this year, and then it didn't come out. And it was like fourth round. there's probably stuff I wanted that might have gotten me better points still, even without that. But and then my counter pick, which was the Fatal Frame, I felt good about that going in until I realized like that one is the Fatal Frame people love. I wasn't really thinking about that. Like that's the one they're remaking. I was more thinking about the fact that like the Fatal Frame team have put out like I think they put out 2 remasters and like a new one in the last like 5-ish years or so, and all of them got like 70s. But I feel like if this is like a good remake, then it will probably do well. But even then, it's like I don't think any of the stuff on my roster was bad. I just think there were better options that I didn't really think about in the moment. But also at the same time, you gotta play like how you know you're to play. Like you gotta play how you think things are gonna shake. If you listen to what everybody else says, sometimes they'll be right, but sometimes they won't be. But I'm excited to play. There's a bunch of games that have been bid on, which I also have bid on some. I think maybe I put one of those games up on the board, though I'm not 100% sure. I'm getting the hang of these guys a little bit better. And this time I have the high ground, Anakin. Yeah, I'm hoping that other people, will lose points on counter picks. And not just me. Because again, I picked with the idea that I would probably lose some points. I just wasn't really thinking about like, what if this review gets like an 80 or something, and I lose 10 points. That wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would stink. That would be one of those situations where I would be like, dang, well, I gotta pick up a buffer game to eat this. Who the hell's singing down there? It better not be fucking Yorna or whatever from Nier. Yeah, that's a I feel like that's a little... I mean, if it's a great game, then that will be awesome because it'll be cheaper. But I also would be a little like, what does that mean about, like, you know, what type of game we expect this game to be? This is the Drake Blood Knights. Worship the blood of dragons. We're led by Sir fucking Yor. Is he singing down there? They sieged the sanctum. They awoke the dragon, maybe? I also, like, when I look at like, even though they put out that, like, definitely the most substantial trailer we had seen of Pragmata, in that recent thing. Was it at the Game Awards, or maybe it was something before that? Was it at the Game Awards? I don't know. We recently saw it, that Pragmata. It must have been at the Game Awards, that, like, big Pragmata trailer. And, like, I thought it looked interesting, but I definitely didn't think that it looked like something I needed to, like, pick up right away. Well, I'm here now. I guess this looked like a better jump than up there. I mean, I think let's see, did we even know, like, I'm trying to remember now. Yeah, they did. They announced it was coming to Switch 2 and the Amiibo and all that. Was that the, like, unveiling of, like, Pragmata is back on the table? Or did we get another trailer or something before this most recent one that showed that? I think there was, right? Yeah. That's right. Alright, please, for the love of Christ, let there be a bonfire down here. I'm gonna be looking. I don't want to make that drop again. That's gonna be so fucking annoying. It's gonna be one of those punishing runbacks. Random difficulty spikes, punishing runbacks, mar an otherwise immersive and complete experience. Oh, well, I don't fucking see anything like that down here. Maybe this is a punishing runback. Maybe the critics were right. I don't know. What are the critics? Am I making them up? Do we want to go level? Because we can. I think I could probably make it back down here pretty fast if I just ignore the fucking Soulsman. The singing is definitely coming from in here, though, so I think this one truly is a boss. I'm jumping out. I'm bowing out. We need to get PB, though. Don't think I haven't forgotten. We need to get PB today. I feel like this must be most of the area, though, except this singing thing can't be the king or whatever. Maybe we're at about the halfway point. Alright, Vit. Okay, that's one. We put one on it. Why do I have 30 Discord notifications? Oh, they're all from Pixel and Sizz. They're all from Pixel and Sizz talking about a Hollow Knight. Sorry, hold on. 1 second. Just take a here. Now that I've seen that shit, I gotta get that shit out of here. Okay. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna run it. Oh. Pull out ye flask. We want to go here. I love when an area loops back to the beginning of the area. That's one of those little gaming delights that never gets old. Yeah, I was just reading this comb message I think I missed because I was figuring out how to get down there, but Comb decided he was gonna pick quality slop only this year, which I think is really funny. But then he did pick up Rhythm Heaven. How dizzy would you get? What's the dizziest you've ever been? Stupid ass question. That's not a real question. I'm not that desperate. I'm not so drained for commentary that I'm actually asking that. It popped into my head. I thought it sounded funny. What's the dizziest you've ever... Did I go backwards? Wait, did I go backwards? I don't think I did. It's all the fucking way down here, huh? It feels like we only go backwards. No, I go forwards. I've grown. Okay. So I want to get over there and then I want to drop. And I didn't aggro that guy. Because that guy is not over here. Well, Sis, if we haven't found it right now, we're going to take one attempt on this boss without fucking finding it, I guess. Because here I go. Oh, Jesus. Don't perceive me, Hajime. I'll run all the way to the bottom, and then I'll heal. See, look, it's not bad. Keep an eye out for a bonfire on the way down here, but there could be one over there. Cause let's see, we landed on that, but we didn't. But I don't think I maybe went down all those. I don't think that staircase wraps all the way around though. There could be something over there. You know what? I can get there from here. I don't think this will kill me. I probably can even jump from here and be fine. It's ambitious, but like... all the best things in life are... Jarush! That wasn't my fault. The button didn't click. That's not my fault. That one's not on me. I clicked the left stick. I pressed the button. Is my dual sense breaking? We might go Hume anyway. We might go Chandra Hume. What did y'all know about that? You know what I was thinking about the other day that I thought was that I remembered that was so funny to me? Nobody else will remember this but me, but I was just thinking about like how much of a highlight moment it is. Because like the last time I really like caught up, well that's not true. One of the last times that I like caught up on a shonen thing was Undead Unluck, which was like a couple years ago now. Wasn't that 2023? I think it was. Anyway, when I caught up on Undead Unluck, this was like right at the time that we did the first tier list. Like, well, actually no, that's not true. Because we did a stream tier list, like, ranking thing, like, way, way back in the day. In the middle of Persona in, like, 2020 or 2021. That was the first person who did that, and the whole group of anyone. But then we went and we did a real, like a good version of it, back in, like, 2023. And I remember there being a point where, I don't remember what I was talking about, but I, like, offhandedly, likened something to, like, when Victor, like, went out of Andy. No, it was, I offhandedly likened, I think it was the flop era, maybe. Offhandedly likened the flop era to when, Andy puts the card in his forehead to seal Victor away from Andy. And then I thought it was, immediately understood the comedy of, like, that I had made an Undead Unluck reference. And we were just, like, popping off about it. And I think that clip, I think there is a clip of it, or maybe it's just somewhere in that, but, I think that shit's so funny. I was thinking about it the other day and how much, like, I was just, like, laughing about it. Because at the time we were, like, irony poisoning, kind of like, you know, being like, oh, raw, about Undead Unluck. But then that was a moment where, like, I actually, like, said it and I meant it to be raw. Okay, I don't think we've been over here. I can jump back to there, too, if I need to. It wasn't even a playthrough. It was the first stream tier list. And by that I mean the second stream tier list. It was the big one that we did. Not the updates, but, like, the big one. Well, there's nothing over here. There's my shit. Me looking in the toilet. Can I get a hell yeah? Okay, but I can still continue to move my way through here. I can jump from here to there. You haven't been over here yet either. Come on, bonfire. Bonfire somewhere. If it's behind a hidden wall, I will never find it. Okay, and but this still isn't where I tried to jump to before. One of these has got to be... I feel like there's got to be one tucked away in here somewhere. I'm doing it this time. Bonfire? Eh. Eh. I might just go for it. At this point, this is going to be longer than it would even be otherwise. Though if we're saying there was one down in that last layer, then I got to go further down for that anyway. Alright, for real this time. What's the dizziest you've ever been? You ever been dizzy like this? Now toss your axe, your rouge, and then jump and try to get it. I bet you can't do it. Week of September 1st at work. Have you guys ever, like, passed out? I never have. I've, like, you know, like, fell asleep. I've blacked out, like, from drinking, where I, like, couldn't remember what I did. But I've never, like, passed out before. Like, been, like, standing up, or, you know, and just been, like, lightheaded and, like, blue, like, lost consciousness. Never happened. And I went a whole summer once wearing a stocking cap, like a ski cap, in the middle of summer in Florida every single day. Because I thought it would make me cool, like Double D from Ed, Edd n Eddy, the cool one. I don't know why I thought this. I thought it would make me cool like Double D. The cool one. Said nobody. What was I thinking? He's the nerd. He's not the cool one. We had a biking event. I had just been riding my bike around this parking lot. I had a very mid bike crash. I read mild bike crash. I fell off and then I got back up. I was lightheaded and lost my vision. I mean, that's happened to me before. I've like fallen and banged my head and like lost my, you know, you hear ringing in your ears and lost my sight for a sec. It's weird though if you didn't hit your head, I guess. Maybe your soul was momentarily wrenched from your body. Okay, there's definitely shit over here, even if this isn't the bonfire. There's shit to be shat. Vinebaum. Yeah, maybe you had a little soul switch arc. Hijikata Brudge. Get out of my house. Don't do that. Thank God I don't got that in it, man. Help, I can't stop. Thank God I don't got red 21 in it. Oh, here we go. Watch this. No. He was baiting me. Oh, Jarouge. Piss poor play, buddy. Piss play, Jarouge. Piss play, Jarouge. I just gotta tank the hit. We're so much slower than this guy, I really just have to tank the damage. That's you wanna know what's safe on trade? That's some safe on trade shit. That's what I learned from Bloodborne. All smooth and silky. I have 2 little invisible crow friends who would just absolutely eat that up. Okay, well clearly these guys died fighting those guys because they're losers. Maybe this will tell me something. Hurrah for parrying. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I don't have a shield. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe you. We want to go a layer above. I think I'm gonna see what the deal is down here. Then we can always come back if we have to. Because if we die, we gotta come back down this way anyway. Yoo-hoo, is there some sort of beautiful singing dragon in here? Oh! Pull out the Nox.
You're not deserving of the mire.
Oh! Ilana, the squalid queen. With a big halberd glowing axe. This is cool. Oh, Jesus. She has all the magics. Oh! Okay. Start getting some hits in. Oh, God, look at her. She is squalid. Yeah, I'm thinking squalid. Fuck. Ah! Oh, don't summon guys. It's not guys, is it? Let it just be like, oh, little fucking gold skeletons. I knew it. It's these little fuckers, huh? Guess they die in one hit. Well, I'm gonna kill them because I'm a good sport about things. That's not gonna hit me. Ow. Wonder what they're dropping. Let's check it out. Oh, nice. I guess a lot of the time skeletons drop the human effigies, right? It's like a common thing they do. As they were themselves once human. It only seems fair. Alright, well, whatever. I'm just gonna go for some attacks here then. Whoa! Are you the guy? Isn't this guy important? Didn't we remember fighting this guy? You don't have him. Well, he was easy. I'm fighting him. Ow. Well, it wasn't that easy. Hold on. Jarut. This guy was Volstein? Something like that. Felstad. What if I just said fuck it? What if I didn't care about him? What if I don't bother with him? We're doing good damage to her. Yeah, alright, man. Post up over there. We can definitely kill her without killing him. Just gotta keep moving. And keep my camera, like, where I can see them both if I'm gonna be doing this. We're running low on chuggies here, but just call me Chuggy Cheese. Because I'm about to cheese this. That's what I don't like. I don't like her warping away as soon as I get close. Maybe that wasn't my best plan. We could have definitely got a lot of damage in on her before he even got summoned, though. If that's even like a thing that always happens, it could be a random thing. Got a couple minutes. Plus, we're like right here. All right, let's see if we can find a bonfire, because that would definitely make run attempts much smoother. Can you do a cartwheel? Serious question. Because my answer is no. But even as a kid, I could never really do one. Despite the fact that I was like light and like fairly lanky when I was younger. Did I read Sid's dizzy story? One time I was so dizzy that I had to crouch on the floor, and I was so dizzy that I perceived the world tilting on an angle, and I grabbed the ground so that I wouldn't slide away. That sounds scary. That's scary, Sis. I'm glad you didn't slide away. I ain't never been dizzy like that. Here's what's really gonna happen is I'm about to get real ambitious with some of these jumps. The sicker I get of being in a place, the more we're gonna be doing shit like that. Okay, so we want to go here, and then it's that one that I want to get to. I'm positive I can jump off this and get over there. Because I don't know how to get on those stairs. I think I just need to time it right. There we go. You just need to not be looking at it, I guess. Wait, that wasn't the one. Well, now I don't know how to get down from here. I think we've been on all these layers, Sis. We've been on... That's the one that had the items on it. That's that one. I swear we were on the one above that, too. And the one above that's where you come in from, right? Alright, well, I'm just gonna have to get good. Unless it's in there. I see somehow somebody managed to die in there. Come on, we got this. I don't need that bonfire. This is an 100% run. Okay, I'm running in this time. I guess I'll take my shit, but just for the fucking, you know, theatrics of it. Hey, good job, Zebra. And I'm getting mine next. Don't even get over a chance to do that shit. Little skeletons? Whatever, man. I can deal with that. And this seems like bleed and poison are building up. The skeletons usually do bleed, right? I can get them both there if I go in like that. Hit her. Even just one hit kills them. I'm leaving one of them out because maybe she won't spawn the guy. Ouch. Your classic boss strategy, leave one of them alive. Don't love bleed build up, but I don't think it's gonna build up if I just stay on the offensive. I don't know what's happening to her. I'm running in for another. Ouch. That wasn't worth it. Stop fucking around in your inventory. Okay, we gotta thin some of these skellies out. One. He's a good candidate. She's teleporting. Dang it. 2. She's more aggressive this time. That's fine with me. We have so little health left to go. Going for a hit. Uh-oh. Oh, Jarouge! Oh my god, he's goated. Never punished. Easy. Oh, good aim, sis. The Squalid Queen. The fuck was that? Oh. Oh, and look, the Great War. We saw this somewhere else, too. I remember seeing, like, a mural that looked like this. gotta be one of these, right? She also seems to be a being of dark, like Nishandra, which would make sense. I wonder if, oh man, is it like every old king had like a fucked up dark queen who siphoned off his life energy? Because I don't know if I think I like what that's saying about society. I feel like is the message of Dark Souls 2 that women will always fucking drag you down and sap your energy? Soul of Ilana, the squalid queen who rests beside the slumbering dragon of the eternal sanctum. This child of dark accompanies the dragon, slowly amassing souls in anticipation for the coming day of vengeance. Wondrous soul of this augur of wrath can be used to acquire. Yeah. Like we always read it like that. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess there was another fucking up there, but not for me. There isn't. I bet there's another bonfire somewhere in here. But first, let's get like a cool. This is cool. This is the thumbnail. Snack, remember. Hold on. Ooh, let's get like a walking one. One of these is the thumbnail for the video. I'll never remember that. Maybe she just summons monsters from Jeruzha's memory. And he remembers spooky, scary skeletons and Velstad, the jobber who he beaten without dying. Even though he was like the second to last boss. Yeah, so if we look at this. Oh yeah, it does look like there's another one here. Fuck it. Have we ever missed a bonfire before? Maybe there's. If there's a trophy for getting them all, I'll get them. But yeah, that was definitely more interesting than Nishandra. Nishandra was easy. We would have that one. We wouldn't have. If we hadn't just like been in the right place for this like the magic spread attack there, we would have lost again. But fortunately, Jeruj is always in the right place and at the right time too. And you know what time it is, you guys? It's time to talk about Dandadan. I'll tell you what time it is. It's time for us to talk about Dandadan. I didn't forget. He always remembers. Anyway, Dandadan was not great this week. It was like fine. But I didn't fuck that much with it. The reason being is that we're seeing a fight between some fucking stupid ass bad guys and two characters who we like. It feels to me like we just saw a fight together, kind of. Now it does seem like this is kind of like the author is using this to like progress these two characters' powers, which is like fine. I just like don't really want to see it right now. I like both the characters, but it doesn't mean I want to see like a fight that's just the two of them versus these fucking chucklehead guys, who also like still kind of also look like Count Saint Germain. I'm sort of like wondering like what the deal is with that, because one of the guys who's coming after them also looks like him. At this point, I feel like that is intentional. But I don't know. One of them wears a pumpkin like around his waist, and the pumpkin farts like fire out at them, which is stupid. That would be cool in something like One Piece. In something like One Piece, I would fuck with that. But in Dandadan, it's just like, I don't know. It's not. It's just stupid. There's another guy who called them pigs. And I was Zabrag grump at that. There's the other guy they're with calls them pigs twice, and I was about that because they're nice. And then fortunately the chapter I think was saved a little bit by Mai, who is this little Scrimblow thing. Hey man, and they're Dandadan. They're two little Dandadan wonders. Mai, who's this little scrimblow thing, she had a funny bit appearance where she was reading smut before she got summoned to battle. She was reading vampire stories. And then at the end, the two girls who, one of them like plays the piano and the other one, her power is to like sing. And so they found out like when she plays the piano with her, when they sing together, like they have like this resonance thing. But then the girl who plays the piano also has the power to control a bunch of little fucking gross ass bugs and shit. She has a power called Lord of the Flies, where basically she's able to control insects into like a giant gross insect swarm. So then the insect swarm came and like resonated with the singing power, and then the girls exploded out of it into like these bug outfits. And they looked adorable. The bug outfits are great. So maybe, I have hope that it could be fun. It's just like, it's just not really what I want to see right now. Especially when this whole thing is happening with the A-plot of Momo and the other characters. So I don't know. As long as you didn't care about seeing what any of the characters looked like or about like anything kind of, you could follow Don to Don based on this stream. Yeah, the fart guy sucks. He was not funny or cool. And I don't know. I don't see I don't know. There's 3 guys there after them, right? There's no way they can beat all those guys. I feel like they're either going to get like taken or they're just going to have to like escape. Like I don't see any part of it really ending up fun. But you know who is fun?
I'm glad to see you're well.
Melfia, Rosabeth, Fiora, you are my she of the year, just so you know. Just want to let you know. Not trying to make this awkward or anything, but you're my, well, actually, okay, well, I'm not telling her about Wako. You're my she of the year.
I finally tracked down my teacher.
And she tracked down her teacher.
But I've decided to keep at it alone.
Yeah, you can't get to be she of the year without
I need
that.
to see what I can achieve by myself.
You have to just do it on your own.
Master Carillion and I are from Malphia to the south, a land lush with sorcery and pyromancy. Master Carillion polished his
Get Glocken, lock in. Lock in for Glocken.
But he argued that the academies were terrible places to learn magic. This quite angered Master Glocken, my previous teacher.
Master Glocken was fucking pissed about that, I bet. He blew a fucking, popped a blood vessel. He blew a fucking gasket, Master Glocken. What do you got next?
Master Carillion spoke excitedly of this land.
Oh, exciting.
He made talk of the remnants of some great power and the deep abyss that surrounds it.
Oh, so surrounding.
I tried to ask more, but he didn't seem to hear. I'll never be good enough.
No!
Will I?
No! No! Fuck. Why did we do this? Why did I think this would make us happy?
It was a perilous trek across the mountains.
I'm all bummed out now.
I faced the most frightful things.
I'm gonna go to bed upset.
The number of times I nearly died.
Oh, and just like that, I'm happy again. I'm happy again now. And just like that, I'm happy again. All right, guys. Thank you for watching another stream obsession of this. Thank you, Jarouge, guys. I feel like we're doing good now. I think we're gonna at least get like. Guess I'm never learning under Master Glocken. I feel like we gotta be getting close on this one. I feel like we really fought our way down. Like we might be at the halfway point of this big dungeon, but we might be a little bit further in, especially if there's another side area too. Hell yeah, I'm vibing with it so far. There's some good FromSoft dungeon crawling today. I thought I had fun with that. I love having to, the ever present, ever brain-tingling challenge of having to remember, like, the whole layout of an area in 3D like that, kind of. And that boss was pretty cool. Cool area. I liked those salamander things also. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Zebra, thank you for the raid. Everybody else, thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me. We'll be back for the first Sunday of the year, finishing Jet Set Radio this weekend. And until then, stay spooky and stay kooky. I'll see you next week. Say bye, Jarouge. Bye.